Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to, I guess what is part 3 of surviving the aftermath, and we've just been hit by one of the catastrophes, nuclear fallout. This means we cannot grow crops and our colonists are becoming ill and infected. We don't have any medicine, but we do have 2 medic tents and we've got 2 staff operating in both of them, so hopefully we can stay on top of the injuries and sickness. I believe that medic tents can always heal and injure people without having medicine, but the medicine speeds it up. I believe that's the way it works, so we should be okay for now, as long as we don't get too many ill people. I don't know how long this particular disaster lasts for. We did find a bandit camp with our specialist. Instead of bringing her back, I'm actually going to go and scout the next territory and see what we can find. We've actually found somewhere with parts, and it seems relatively safe. So we'll go and pick that up before heading back. I don't want to venture too far because, like I said, there are bandit camps and, you know, we've got to be a little bit careful. We've only got this one specialist. We don't want her to die, otherwise we lack the ability to do any exploration. So the water tower is now completed. That means our water storage is now up to 900. Now this says capacity is 300, but it doesn't say where our water is stored. So I'm hoping if I were to salvage the bunker, that right, that's been salvaged and we still have 340 water, right? So our water is basically all in the water tank now. That's fine. We could probably do with another well, but we do still have a water surplus, you know, we are positive. Lily is irradiated. Small concrete is now gone. That's all of the small concrete done. Let's move the work area. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And we will get that large building and the 2 piles of wood. We're getting a lot of people irradiated now, and our medic tents are getting a little bit overwhelmed. Down in the river, a group of colonists have gotten curious about a nearby river and want to see what it's like for travelling. They've managed to build a simple raft and are eager to test its floating capabilities and what they'd find along the riverbank. Let's take the gamble. When the group finally returns, they do so completely empty-handed. The boat sunk halfway through and the colonists were unable to rescue their equipment. After hearing voices from the nearby woods, they decided to flee instead of diving after the sunken vessel. Okay, doesn't look like we actually lost anything because of that, though. Survivors seeking shelter. Okay, so we've got 2 adults and 2 children. And we have a fighter. Might be worth having. Let's accept. I don't think anyone's going to be homeless. I think we do have enough space. We've got 24 total population. These hold 6 each and we've got 4 of them, so that's okay. So we do have this spare scavenger. So you can't beat this, right? I guess I'm going to try. I'm going to see what happens. So, you did lose some health. They lost some health too. It's a lot of concrete if we can do it, though. We'll probably need to come back to heal, but that's probably worth trying out. Just trying to work out how those numbers relate to one another. I wonder if it's actually in the help section. Where are we? Let's have a look. Gather food, injuries and other conditions. No damaged buildings. Can you repair damaged buildings? There is a repair option on some buildings, not all. Scouting. It doesn't say. Scavenging. Gathering resources from the world map is handled by specialists. The scavenging skill varies from person to person, so try and choose the one with the highest number for the most important locations. Every specialist is proficient to this to a degree, but the scavenger types can pick a place and clean much faster than others. Low-end materials such as food and planks can be gathered in larger quantities than items such as medicine, as they're easier to find in usable condition. The world map is the only place to find components and electronics early on and get your energy production going. Some of the world map locations are occupied by bandits who need to be taken out before any resources can be scavenged. Many locations are also rife with hazards, ranging from collapsing buildings to flammable liquids, pathogens and more. These can injure specialists or even kill them if the wounds are not taken care of with medkits or by recovering in the colony. So it looks like higher number is better. Bandit camps. Bandit camps are organised bandit societies. The sector with bandit camps are fully under hostile control. Other locations in the sectors remain hidden until the bandit camp is destroyed. This can be done by attacking them with specialists, but defeating them requires more combat skill than defeating small scattered bandit groups. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and unpause. It would be really, really nice if we could get rid of this fallout. I don't know how long it's going to last for. It doesn't actually say. So I guess we've just kind of got to put up with it until it's done. We're still getting some materials. We've got a fair few people who are infected. We really need to get them sorted out. We've got no medicine, so we're just reliant entirely on the sort of passive healing speed of our medical tents. Luckily, they do seem to be quite quick. I'm really hoping that this disaster isn't going to last too long. We've got clothing, we've got tools, materials aren't too bad, although we could do with some more metal. You are a scrapper, you've got a scrap pile there. Specialists ready for action, which is you. So you're going to go ahead and collect that. What is your scavenge skill? 3. And yours is also 3. We should be able to manage that. We definitely need to get rid of those bandits anyway. So lots of infected people. Come on, Fallout. Leave us alone. Let's get on with things. Not too sure how effective. I guess there is. It's hard to see, but there is kind of a little sort of wire fence going around the perimeter here. I was just about to say I'm not too sure how effective this gate is, given the fact that the perimeter doesn't have a fence, but it does. It's just very hard to see. You probably can't even see it at all on YouTube because of the... there we go. There's a little bit of a better view of it there. Oh, it looks like the fallout is clearing up. Excellent. And we need to start some fishing at some point as well. That'd be another good way for us to gather food. Now we have some more people. Can we build a fishing hut? Fishing hut. Yeah, I guess we can go ahead and do that. Let's go and build a fishing hut. Does it need to be... Let's pause. Half and half on the land and water? Yeah. There we go. One very specific spot to find it. Okay, so you are now going to attack again. And the bandit is down. Excellent. So that doesn't allow you to scavenge. Now, there is still some danger here. But you're going to have to scavenge on your next turn. Okay, that's fine. We'll deal with that. We do still have some people who are ill and injured, so we do have to wait on those. Once all the sickness is sorted, we can get a few people, fewer, working in the medical tents. So yeah, stockpile's going relatively well. Metal is not looking great at the moment. Let's get the scrapper working with 2 people, so we can get some more metal. We've got 2 people working on the recycler, so it makes sense, because we've got plenty of plastics. Let's get 2 people working on metal. Specialist is ready for action, which is you. So let's go ahead and get you to collect the other 7. And that's now empty. And then you can come back on the next turn. Excellent. We will want to get energy production up and running as soon as possible. We'll want a logging camp and we'll want a cookhouse. The world map I do not want. So let's go ahead and get ourselves... logging camp is resource collection. So let's go ahead and get a logging camp over here. And we will also have ourselves a cookhouse. Probably not near the new toxic waste, but let's get the cookhouse somewhere in the middle. That'll do. Try and keep everything relatively close together. That's used quite a few of our planks, but I think that's fine. We're sowing the fields now. Someone's at the gate. A hooded figure wants to talk to you. Lone Wanderer. This guy looks shifty. A man approaches the gate dressed in beaten old trench coat and burying his face inside a large hood. He remains tight-lipped about his exact origins or motives, but offers to join the colony to help out working as a scientist. He's constantly looking over his shoulder while talking and seems overall nervous. Let's ask him to leave. Look, I'm just hungry, alright. The Wanderer protests at the gate before him. He turns around and heads back into the wasteland, Andrew kicking pebbles as he goes. I've already let 3 lots of people in so far, and I think I've been lucky that there's been nothing sort of negative about that. I'm expecting it that I'm going to let somebody in an event like that, and they're going to screw me over. So being a little bit careful there. So there is a hazard here. Let's send you in and hopefully you'll be fine. You have got the concrete. Not too sure how many concrete blocks you are able to carry, and imagine that they're quite heavy. I doubt you'd be carrying like 47 of them at a time, but also there were 47 blocks there, right? And she's picked up 32, and there are 15 there, so that's 47. So she hasn't lost any. I was just wondering if the number that you see is the maximum potential number that you can collect, and that having a lower skill means you might not recover all of them, but she seems to be recovering the full amount. So maybe the number that it shows you is based on the skill of the person that is there looting it. So the fishing hut's now finished. It's quite a ways away. What we probably could do, and I haven't done any of this yet, is build a road. So how does one build a road? Just trying to build a road that comes back to the colony just to make travelling a little quicker. Obviously this is going to take some time to be built, but... And then we probably want to go and build this out towards the... foresters, or the woodcutters. So they'll go ahead and clear that dirt road off. I say it will take some time, but then we'll be able to fish. Although with the amount of fallout we've just had, I'm not sure that fish out of this water is going to be particularly useful. So that is you. You have got everything that there is to get from there. Let's bring you back. Because we don't want to lose you. So we'll just bring you home. And yeah, things seem to be going relatively well. We've got a few people tired. We do need to build some better housing. Let's have a look at the new housing options. So we've now got shanties. Improved shelter that gives some protection against radiation and is not destroyed as easily as tents. Or tenements. Cost-effective form of housing for several colonists. Some protection against radiation and catastrophes. Colonists are less likely to reproduce in cramped shelters. So we want to avoid emergency shelters and tenements because they're high capacity, but people don't really like them. Tents and shanties are better because they're smaller for individual people. So let's go ahead and get some shanties built. They take up quite a bit of room, unfortunately. Let's start trying to build some shanties here at the back. And then we will get rid of... Let's get 2 shanties if we can afford it. You won't let me have a second one there, will you? Can we get another one in? We rotate that around. So we'll get 2 shanties there. Then we can get rid of this shelter and then build another 2 shanties. Because the shelters are worth 6. And these shanties are worth 3. So we currently have 4 shanties. Sorry, we currently have 4 emergency shelters. We're going to need 8 shanties. So you're a little short on planks at the moment. How's the stockpile doing? There are planks there. So we could well be grabbing some. Let's Stockpile is filling up. It's also, the stockpile's also getting the wood. Is the cookhouse there? The cookhouse hasn't finished yet. Still being built. There we go. There's the cookhouse done. So, specialist is ready again. That is you. So you're going to go back and hopefully get the rest of those blocks. Please don't get injured. And you didn't. You got the rest of the blocks. Excellent. We probably want to risk getting that wood as well. Now that we really need it. Now, is that road built instantly? Or are people working on it? Are they just clearing the path? Looks like you might just be clear. Oh no, you're working on the scrap pile. So I think the road is just instantly placed. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't see anybody constructing it, so. So now we have the cookhouse. You can work on veggie meals. Healthy meal. Well, let's try and work on that if we can. We've got meat. We've got... Actually, maybe it's a little bit rich. We've got plenty of meat. Let's go for that. We've got our specialist ready again, which is you. So you are going to go back to base because you need to drop off your stuff. Are you going to drop off your stuff? No, there we go. We've just done that. And you are not ready yet. Did you drop it off? Yeah. Look, I think you did, at least. So we're going to head back and try and get these planks. It's a little bit risky. A bit of risk there, but we'll do what we can. We're not actually making any spare water now. So we really do need to think about building another well. I mean, we've got plenty in reserve, but... Let's go and build a well. Oh, it can't be built in, like, dry, barren ground. One well's over here. Where's that other well gone? It's there. Don't really want to build it next. I don't think it matters building it next to the toxic waste, to be honest. A bandit's at the gate. He's acting a bit odd. A man approaches the gate with a hefty backpack, bursting out the seams with blueprints, measuring sticks and other items. He's all the usual bandit trappings, but acting in a very un-bandit-like fashion. Oi, oi, might I address whoever's in charge? A master builder is here, and you better listen. He's building a monument of sorts and needs construction materials, so how about we trade, eh? Accept the offer, and we give 5 plastic and get 15 fish. Yeah, I mean, I've got plenty of plastic, and... we're running low on food. Much obliged. Completes the trade, closely guarded by the colonist, takes off with the materials, whistling happily as he goes. Okay, so that's given us a bit more food. Just looking at things, we really don't have a lot of food coming in here, so I think what we're going to have to do is potentially get another field. So let's go ahead and do that. Insufficient construction materials for the water well. Yeah, we know. So you have got all of that. You can return home. Although, you know, we've got quite enough concrete now, I think, but... So you are back home. You want to get healed up. Also, we don't need so many people working in the medical tents now. Just one person will do, and that gives us more haulers. So how do you get healed up? You don't have a button that I can press to get you healed. You are currently doing nothing. So is there a way for me to heal you? I can't tell you to go and heal. There's currently nobody in the medical tent, so you could go over there if you wanted to. You are going to plant potatoes. Plank deposits depleted. That's fine. planks is what we need. You're going to go over there and hopefully grab those. Please don't get injured. And she did not. She got all the planks. Okay, that's cool. Probably want to get another farm as well. Oh, that's interesting. What just happened there? Let's go and put that farm in. We just got hit by a what? Like a fireball. The wells just got hit. What was that all about? Let's repair those. Not even any warning for that. What was that? That was a meteor shower, I'm assuming. The sky turns red as falling rocks plummet through the atmosphere. Smaller ones are just a nuisance, so don't worry about them, but be afraid of the big ones, which will demolish even sturdier buildings with a few hits. Reserve planks, metal and other materials for repairs. Advance to better shelters to keep your colonists safe, which is kind of what we're working on. 3 of 3, 3 of 3... So these are emptying out a little bit. So we can start to get rid of some of these, actually. So let's go and do that. There aren't any homeless people. We will get ourselves another couple of shanties. One there. And we'll get another one in there. So we're just basically trying to get better housing, really. Another specialist is ready. This is you. Okay, let's go and explore this area. And we've got some tools. Not many, but we've got some. So we are repairing some of these buildings. How's our cookhouse going? Production has started. Could do with some more science. That'd be nice. Get that well fixed. Get the new well built would also be nice. I'm also guessing, probably to be useful, we should have another water tower. I mean, what happens if our existing water tower gets destroyed, right? So let's get another water tower over here. We definitely need some more concrete. There is a large ruin here. I think you're... yeah, you are working on that now because it's the only building in that slot. Natalie's now an adult, so some of our children are now becoming of the age where they can be useful. And, yeah, our specialist did heal up. So you should be being repaired. Specialist ready for action. That is you. You got all the planks there were to get. So let's have a look at the next area. And we have ourselves some bandits with some fibre, which I don't think we're in desperate need of. In fact, our fibre supply is actually quite good right now. This I assume, will become more important as you start to use up all of the resources that are on the map, all of the stuff that you can gather. That'll become more problematic. We are no longer gathering berries here. Let's go ahead and grab those. What's going on here? We want to plant corn. So I'll have 2 corn, 2 potatoes. Dumpster diving. 2 colonists approach you with sparkling eyes. An old landfill has been found, probably by the stench. It's not too far from here. Although the smell is absolutely awful, it might have kept scavengers away from there until now, and valuable stuff might lie among the waste. An expedition might prove lucrative, but most definitely dangerous without any equipment. An extra layer of clothing and a set of tools would go a long way to keeping the colonists safe and efficient. Well, we've got clothing, we've got tools, we can manufacture both. We don't have a huge amount of metal for producing more tools, but let's go ahead and do that. And they actually come back with 11 metal and 7 parts. So as far as I'm concerned, that is a success. So happy with that. Survivalist ready for action. And we're going to go and pick up some more tools now as well. There we go. We'll probably check out these surrounding areas anyway before we return. But no, I think that's actually quite decent. Happy with that. Wood is definitely our problem right now, not concrete. So you're working on this rather large building there, but maybe we need to go ahead and move the stockpile onto the wooden planks. So let's go and do that. Get some more planks, and then we'll go back to the concrete when we need to go back to the concrete. There's still plenty of stuff on the map that can be salvaged, so that's not a huge problem. Did we actually get those other two shanties built? No, we are still waiting on materials for both of them. So the tailor's still working, that's fine. We do get through quite a lot of clothing, don't we? Specialist ready for action, which is your good self. Now, I don't particularly want to use you to fight the bandits, so you're going to go and check out this sector. And, oh, we've actually found some parts. 19 as well. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You can go south, and you can go south and then head back. I think it seems like the most sensible way of doing this. Definitely think it's planks that we've got the shortage of right now, so let's try and get ourselves some wood. Now, eventually, the forest will be cleared. Now, this is good. One, it gives us more building space. Well, that's the main good thing about it. It gives us more building space. The bad thing about it is that we're using up the tree supply. But then you can, and I've seen it somewhere in the menu, you can actually build at some point foresters. We had torches and lanterns and braziers and things like that. I haven't considered building any of these. Do they actually give any positive reasons to build? I assume they just increase happiness. You're going to head south. Another bandit camp. No defense, actually. Well, it's not showing us what resources there. We might have a go and see what she can do. She might be able to take them on. White flower bushes is done. I mean, it doesn't cost us anything. Just weird that we have all these things. Lanterns, torches. We can build like a lantern somewhere, you know. Just try and prettify the place up. So we'll probably keep one of these emergency shelters around, just in case we take any new people in. Does anywhere tell us what our housing capacity is? Not there, although it's probably somewhere under the statistics. Buildings. Total shelters 6, but it doesn't tell us how many we can house. Colonists, yeah, shows us our population. Needs, buildings. Yeah, it would be nice if it actually showed us somewhere. Hey, this is how much spare housing you have, but I can't see that anywhere. They survived. It says catastrophes survived, but technically we've survived too, right? Population, yeah, there's nothing there. 6 total shelters. That's all it says. Items, materials. Okay, fair enough. I guess it's something we just have to sort of manually keep our eye on. I always like automatically pause whenever I do that. I don't have to. I shouldn't have to. It does it for me, but we'll pick that up. Can't wait till you can go and attack those guys. Because, yeah, the game pauses automatically when you go into the world map, but I still force a habit playing games like EU4, just hitting that button first, really. What have we got going on here? You have emptied that scrap pile. Let's go and move your salvage area to here for now. Obviously, it'll take longer because they're having to walk further, but it's probably still quicker than moving the whole thing right now. Once we have to go further afield, of course, we will. Someone's at the gate. How did she get here on her own? Well, we don't have any medicine to give her, so we're going to have to turn her away. There's no decision to be made there. We simply do not have what she asks of us. Now, if our food production is 71 and our consumption is only 19, why do we not have that much food in storage? Berries. I mean, the cookhouse is producing food, right? You're out of stuff. Let's go ahead and just do veggie meals. We have a lot of potatoes, so we might as well. So let's go ahead and see if you can attack these bandits. Hopefully you won't lose the tools. Those bandits have a lot of attack, although we've almost killed them in a single turn. Although we have a lot more health. Yeah, we took a bit of damage there, but I think that's okay. So our plastics deposit is now depleted. But there is another one over there, which is already in the work area, so that's fine. So we'll have to start moving these guys soon. Our plastics production is actually quite good. Water tower's done. That's fine. Now, we didn't really need the water tower. It was mainly just so that we have a spare. Let's go ahead and get rid of this one, because it's right in the middle of town. And then we can get ourselves a couple more shanties. And you can salvage some more parts. Going to take you one more trip, I think. So we're getting some food in now. Yeah, production seems decent. We're just really waiting for the crops to grow, I suppose. That's the time-consuming thing. And we've got the fishery as well. Low on clothes. We've got plenty of fibre. I'm going to assign a second person to the tailors. And we do seem to be getting fish, so... See, maybe this is the point now where we need to stop and think about taking in more people, I was just about to say. Although these guys are 5 adults, 2 children, and they do have medicine. Ugh. Sure. This is the last lot of colonists that I'm going to take on for a while. Otherwise, we're really going to be having problems with food. Now, some of them are homeless, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and build another shanty. Got a few people without clothing here. Got injured colonists, so they brought medicine with them, but half of them were injured when they got here. So that doesn't really, really help out. So you are going to attack. That should wipe them out nice and easily. And then hopefully we should see if there's anything in this sector of the map. Did we get anything? Ah, we've actually got some science here. Now, there are some more bandits, but I think we can get rid of those. Now, I'm aware of how long this video has been going on, but I'll be honest, I'm quite enjoying playing this. So, I'll be finishing this up soon. And we've also got people running low on tools. We don't have a lot of metal, but we are going to go and have to resume tool production, I think. So this is potentially the problem when you start to gain too many colonists too quickly. You know, you get to a point where you just don't have enough shelter, you don't have enough food, you don't have enough anything, really. So, oh, you're going to pick up the last lot of parts. And then you're going to check out this one and come back. Low on food. Our production is still technically more than our consumption. So again, I don't know why it's telling me that. We can only have one person in the cookhouse. Resources are on the way. We've got far more carriers now, which is good. More labourers means more things get done more quickly. Do we still have homeless people? We shouldn't have. Colonists want to talk. A couple of our colonists have spotted some sort of vehicle stuck down a deep crevasse. This one again, let them try it, even if they die. Yeah, one is injured. If one had died, it wouldn't have been a terrible thing. Let's go ahead and get another shanty. Running out of useful space here, really, aren't we? You can live there right next to the nuclear waste. It'll be fine. Yeah, so we have still got one person that's homeless. But once we built that shanty, it'll be alright. Gonna have problems with concrete soon as well. Yeah, we just be constantly running low on food. So what's happening with these meals? Because we are producing them. Let's make it high priority. Plank deposits depleted. That's fine, because I think you're still... yeah, you've still got a fair number in there. And this is you. Took them out on the first go. I'm going to take some damage back, but... Did we take some damage back? No, we didn't. So we can get that tech on the next turn. Okay, that's working out quite nicely. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video there because we've gone on for quite some time. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Surviving the Aftermath. If you are, again, please do leave some feedback in the comments. Feel free to leave a like so I know that you want to see more of these. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.